Hello, this is Andy Graham of Digital Nomad Traveler. I guess the purpose of Digital Nomad Traveler is to teach you what you need to do to stay in business if you have an online business. It's not to tell you how to travel, it's try to tell you how to travel digitally. Okay. Travel is a different thing. I mean, traveling with a computer and trying to document what you do and all these things. I've done it for 14 plus years, and the goal here is always to stay in business, which when you start taking your computer and putting it in a bag and walking around, the number of problems that you have is incredible. I can almost always tell when somebody's really not a traveler, because they tell me things that are dangerous or impossible to do, or they talk about their high-speed connection, or they say, oh, it's no problem, just download that. And I go, you know, you got a thing where you could download a movie in 15 minutes, and I got a connection where it takes 8 hours. But today I want to talk about the real danger to your computer. I scared myself this morning. And it's kind of a weird thing. I have this pretty cluttered desk. I like to put some Listerine in my mouth, put it in my mouth. I like that fresh taste it gives me. So it's just one of them strange little things. But what I did this morning is I picked it up and I brought it across my computer. Okay, I was like opening it up and I brought it across my computer. Well, this is dangerous because anything that would spill into my computer would put me out of business, because what happens is like I lost one computer because it spilled down into the thing, into the keyboard, and they said the hard drive had something sticky in it. Okay. People drink beer. They'll have a beer right here next to their computer. They'll have it right here. They'll have a cup of coffee. You see, I have this big wide bottom cup. I got it clear over here on the thing. Yeah, I could hit it and go, but a lot of times I'll even put it on the floor, according to the situation. But almost always when I'm doing it, I do a swing around. Then I'll sit back and then put it back. I do a swing around. If I'm going to knock it off, I'm going to knock it that way. I try to keep all the stuff like behind the computer. Sometimes I'll put the coffee way behind the computer, and then I'll do a swing around. And then I'll lean away from it to drink. Now the premise here is that the reason why I have been able to make like 6,000 blog posts in 6,000 days on my other website, hoboontheroad.com, is simple. I have systems to keep me safe. Now, one of the hardest things for me to do, I have redundant systems. Like, this is my second camera. I have a camera that I'm taking it, and this is a camera right there. That's a backup system in the event. But the hardest thing to back up would be to have two computers. So if you're in Guatemala and you need to buy a computer, or you're in China and you need to buy a computer, or Korea, of all these places, would be horrible because the operating systems are different. I mean, Russia would be horrible. The idea of buying a computer to replace this or getting it fixed in a foreign language is incredibly complicated. Now, the true digital nomad travelers know they're not going back because they don't need to. The other people think, well, I'll just buy a new one when I get back to America. That's not a digital nomad traveler. That's a person that lives in America that took a trip. I'm a perpetual traveler. Okay? I can't replace these things that easy. The idea of going into a coffee shop, or I mean, what happens is if I'm working in a restaurant, what happens is the waitress will bring the food right across my computer. I've actually stood up and said, you don't get near the computer. I used to loan my computers to these ding-a-lings in Mexico when I was there so they could use it to check their email. Can't do it. They have no respect for my computer. They don't have any protocols in their mind to stop this. Now, to me, the problem is people think I'm arrogant. Yeah, I'm arrogant because I know I'm going to do it right. I'm the master of my trade. Okay, when you're the master, what it means is you optimally do the best choices all the time. As much as possible, not all the time. I mean, I've learned from my mistakes. I don't repeat my mistakes. I don't accidentally spill a beer in this. I don't drink beer, but I mean, if I don't put a Coca-Cola right here where boop falls over into my computer, I'm dead. I don't allow the temptation or the possibility of a problem to exist. I come up with systems that I have created that protect my business. They allow me to stay in business easier. One reason I work between, say, 4 and 8 o'clock in the morning is I have no interruptions. The bad part is it's hard to make these videos until the sun comes up because I don't ever have proper lighting. I'm always trying to figure out a way to do proper lighting for these digital videos. But the secret here is to swing away and protect your business. If you're really getting work done by sitting in a Starbucks or a coffee shop, you might question yourself. I mean, the reason why you're not getting the blog done is because you're really looking for a way to avoid work. When you embrace the fact that you just need to work, get it done, and then have fun all day, life goes on. And people that sort of, are half working at anything is half measures all the time. Okay, I don't do anything half. I always do it the correct way. Therefore, I become the master. When you become the master of your trade, your self-esteem is good. Okay. Bottom line is, this tip is about keeping this stuff. You either keep it behind the computer and then roll around, swing out, or you put it on the edge or put it on the floor. The safest thing is to put it on the floor. I'll give another hint. I also always put the cord, I'll tie it around the leg of the chair so the maid couldn't trip over it and pull my computer off. That's the other problem. There's a whole bunch of problems, but I'm going to continue to write on Digital Nomad Traveler trying to tell you how to stay in business. Because people that have actually traveled with a computer and wrote a blog, you'll see that they'll blog every 4 days because they can't get around to it because there's just this endless list of small problems that stop them. Okay, Andy, Digital Nomad Traveler in Santiago, San Pedro, Guatemala on Lago Atolan.